Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today in this episode of VITEEE Questions with Solution, we're going to be looking at some questions asked in previous years of VITEEE. And in this case, the paper is from 2019 and the subject that we're going to deal with is English. So in VITEEE, you will have questions from physics, chemistry, math. Those are the particular subjects, and if you're taking biotech courses, you'll have bio as well as English as well as aptitude. So today we're going to be looking at the questions of English asked in VITEEE 2019. So there are only few questions from these from subjects such as English and aptitude. So here comes our first question of the English side of the paper. In the given sentence, find out which part has an error. The letter of that part will be your answer. If there is no error, mark D as your answer. So here's the sentence. She is a brilliant teacher, but of her 3 children, neither has any merit. So she is a brilliant teacher, comma, is part A, but of her 3 children, comma, is part B, and neither has any merit, full period, is part C, and if there is no error, then no error will become part D. So which of these is the correct option? Well, let's check out the sentence itself and see if there is an error. She is a brilliant teacher. Well, this is a normal independent clause, so there is no mistake here. And there is a comma because in the next part, that part starts with but, a coordinating conjunction, so you need to have a comma after a coordinating conjunction. So let's look at part B. But of her 3 children, so of her 3 children, and then you have neither has any merit coming, so you put a comma there, so that's also correct. Now, part C, neither has any merit. Now, the word neither is used for 2 things or people. Things, people, ideas, etc. So for 2 things or people, we use the word neither. So neither is used in the in the correlative conjunction neither nor. So it's basically a correlative conjunction. So, and correlative conjunction refers to a comparison between 2 things. So therefore, option C will be the correct option because that part has an error. And D will be incorrect because we have an error, so no error will be an incorrect option. The correction here will be none has any merit. The word none is used for 3 or more than 3 things or people. So in this question, the correct option is option C. Neither has any merit because that part of the question of the sentence is incorrect. Next question. Find the synonym of the word impeccable. Synonym means words that mean the same. So we need a word with the same meaning as impeccable. So in order to solve this question, we need to know what impeccable means. So the word impeccable, it means in accordance with the highest standard. It also means faultless. So the word impeccable means in accordance with the highest standard or faultless. So we need to find out a word from the following options which means the same thing. We have 4 options here. Option A is remarkable. The word remarkable, by the way. So the word remarkable means something that is worthy of attention. So for example, if your brain is quite good, then we say that your brain is remarkable. It's worthy of attention. So worthy of attention does not mean the same thing as in accordance with the highest standard. You can be worthy of attention even if your brain is abysmal. So therefore, even if something wrong happens, it will be worthy of attention. So therefore, option A is incorrect. What about option D? Displeasing. Well, the word displeasing means causing annoyance or dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction. So if something makes you dissatisfied, you say that that thing is displeasing. Again, this does not mean the same thing as impeccable, so option D is incorrect. Now we have option C and B. Let's look at B. Option B is unbelievable. So what does unbelievable mean? Well, unbelievable has two meanings, two definitions. The first is unlikely to be true. So if something is, very strange that you cannot believe it, and it is quite possible that it does not happen, then you say that it is unbelievable. You will also say something is unbelievable when it is extraordinary. So if something extraordinary happens, you can also use the word unbelievable. So again, both of these meanings do not mean the same thing as impeccable, which is in accordance with the highest standard, or faultless. So option B is incorrect. So since the other three options are incorrect, we can safely say that option C, faultless, is the correct option. But what is the definition of the word faultless? Faultless means without any, the word here is flawless, by the way, not faultless. Faultless is the definition for impeccable. So flawless means without any imperfections or defects. Without any imperfections or defects is the definition of flawless. So there are no flaws in that particular thing you're describing as flawless. So again, if you do not have imperfections, then you are in accordance with the highest standards. So this is the closest in meaning to the word impeccable. So option C, flawless, is the correct option. Now let's look at another question. Find the antonym of the word ameliorate. So antonym means you need to find out the word which is the direct opposite in meaning to the word ameliorate. So again, as with synonyms, we need to find out the definition of the word ameliorate. So the word ameliorate means make something bad, something that is bad or unsatisfactory, better. So if you are, working on improving your handwriting, then you can say that you're ameliorating it, because you're making something that looks bad or is bad better. So you're working on improving it. So that is the meaning of the word ameliorate. We need to find the antonym of the word ameliorate from the four options here. Option A is the word improve. The word improve means make or become better. So the meaning of the word improve does not oppose, it's not opposite to the meaning of the word ameliorate. So option A is incorrect. The fact is that improve can be used as a synonym of the word ameliorate. So here we're asking for an antonym, so option A is incorrect. Option B, the word is depend. The word depend has two meanings. Number one, it states that something is determined by. For example, we depend on water for our survival. So our survival is determined by the availability of water on the planet. So you depend on water. Another meaning for the word depend is be able to trust. So he is a dependable ally. So if you trust someone very much, then you can say that he is a dependable ally. So again, both these meanings aren't any way related to ameliorate. They aren't opposing them. They are not, they aren't close to it. So therefore, option B is incorrect. Now, what about option C, soften? Well, the word soften again has, two definitions. Definition number one is, what it means literally, make or become soft or softer. And the second definition is to make or become less severe. So from the first definition, that means if you are, netting the dough for, bread, and after netting it becomes soft, so you're softening that bread or the dough. But for the second definition, that means make or become less severe. So for example, if you use a particular device to avoid impact, so that means you soften the impact. It means you make the impact's effects less severe. So again, both these meanings do not oppose make something that is bad better. So option C is incorrect. The correct answer is option D, worsen. The word worsen, as it implies, means make or become worse. So this is opposite in meaning to the word ameliorate, which means to make something better. Here it is to make something worse. So therefore, ameliorate is the antonym. The antonym of the word ameliorate among the four options is option D, worsen. So that is the correct answer for this question asked in 2019. Now, the next question here is to identify the meaning of the given idiom. The idiom is a bolt from the blue. So the four options are an unpleasant event, an inexplicable event, a delayed event, or an unexpected event. So what does a bolt from the blue literally mean? Bolt here refers to a lightning bolt from the blue, so that means it's striking in a clear sky. So this is what you literally mean by the phrase a bolt from the blue. So that means you see a lightning bolt striking in a clear sky. Now, most of us know that this is very rare. It is a rare event, so nobody would expect a lightning bolt to hit them seeing a clear sky above. So therefore, we can safely deduct the implied meaning as a complete surprise. So you're completely surprised by, say for example, your friends buying you something for a birthday present. So you can say that this was a bolt from the blue. So this was a complete surprise. So let's look at the four options and which of these would be close enough to a complete surprise. So the word unpleasant, it means, well, not good, not happy, etc. So therefore option A is incorrect. Option B is inexplicable, so it's something that you cannot explain. So option B is incorrect. Option C, the word is delayed, which is later than expected. So something did not arrive on time, it overshot its deadline, so you call it a delayed event. So option C is incorrect. The correct option is option D, an unexpected event. So you did not expect it coming, it was a complete surprise for you. So a bolt from the blue is the idiom a bolt from the blue means an unexpected event that took you completely by surprise. So option D is the correct option for this question, which was asked in 2019. Now we have the final question of this episode. Read the passage and answer the given question. So let's read the passage. There seems to be no chilly distance existing between the German students and the professor, but on the contrary, a companionable intercourse, the opposite of chillness and reserve. When the professor enters a beer hall in the evening, where students are gathered together, they rise up and take off their caps and invite the old gentleman to sit with them and partake. He accepts, and the pleasant talk and the beer flow for an hour or two, and by then the professor, properly charged and comfortable, gives a cordial good night, while the students stand bowing and uncovered, and then he moves on his happy way homeward with all his vast cargo of learning afloat in his hold. Nobody finds fault or feels outraged. No harm has been done. So, now that you've read the passage with me, let's look at the question. The question is, what does the author mean by the phrase, no chilly distance? We have four options. The professor's home is not very far from the beer hall. Students and the professor are very friendly with each other. The weather is not chilly in Germany. And the professor, being very strict, scares the students quite a few times, as in the beer hall. So, let's read that second sentence together, shall we? When the professor enters a beer hall in the evening, where students are gathered together, they rise up and take off their caps and invite the old gentleman to sit with them and partake. So, this is the second sentence, and if you have read it once, you would have had a pretty good idea of what the answer might be. So, let's look at the options. Now, option C is the weather is not very chilly in Germany. Again, that's incorrect because, first of all, there is no talk about the weather in Germany, and second of all, Germany can get very chilly in the winter. And let's look at other options here. Option D. Option D says the professor, being very strict, scares the students quite a few times, as in the beer hall. This is incorrect because if you look at our second sentence, they rise up, take off their caps, and invite the old gentleman to sit with them. And you do not invite someone who you are scared of to sit with you and partake unless he asks you for it. So option D is incorrect. Now, what about option A? The professor's home is not very far from the beer hall. So, let's look here. And he moves on his happy way homeward with all his vast cargo of learning afloat on his hold. Nobody finds fault or feels outraged. No harm has been done. So as you can see in this passage, there is no mention of the German professor's home. So therefore, option A has to be incorrect. The correct answer is option B. Students and the professor are very friendly with each other. Now, you can find that reason in the second sentence because they invite the old person to sit with them and they drink beer together. And also, in the first sentence, you can see that there is what we call a companionable intercourse. That means, you know, they are very friendly with each other. They are the opposite of chillness and reserve. So, no chilly distance means that there is no enmity or, you know, fear between the professor and the children and the students. So therefore, option B, the students and the professor are very friendly with each other, is the correct answer for this question, the meaning of the phrase, no chilly distance. So that concludes this episode of VITEE. We hope you found this episode interesting. For more of our videos on VITEE, you can always hit the playlists link in the description box down below. You can also subscribe to Brain Blitz Audios for more of our useful and interesting content. If you want to get updates about our latest content, like the next VITEE lesson, then you can hit the bell icon present in the description box down below. And you can also comment your views in the comment section down below. We'll be happy to incorporate them in future videos as we have in this and other episodes. So, We hope to see you soon. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.